Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So I see that we have 57 of you guys here in chat right now. That's awesome to see. I can see that number going up. Excellent. Okay, so who is ready for more War of the East 2 today? I'm going to take a look at the different scenarios. I'm tempted to continue with the Stalingrad 1, but haven't changed the difficulty halfway through. I'm not entirely sure how much of a difference that would have made. So we'll see what we have. I'm going to take a look at the different scenarios, actually. I've not gone through many of them, but I'm going to be sticking with the challenging difficulty, because then we have an AI that is able to move its units effectively, and it should hopefully provide more of that challenge that we're really looking for. Hey, doing that, Pino? Good to have you. Okay. So, I was kind of tempted, because we have Operation Typhoon over here. I always find the scenarios with the time limit to be really quite interesting. Now, of course, we do have Typhoon, so operations during July and August against Leningrad and Kiev have ended. OKH has redeployed massive army to the Army Group Center. Its mission, capture the capital of the USSR, Moscow, and bring down the Bolshevik House of Cards. Now, for the Axis player, they must break the Soviet front line with their infantry and exploit with the armored forces. Isolate then destroy as many units as possible in the early turns and try to get position for an assault on Moscow before heavy rains in October. You will have one more chance in November after the snow starts, but beware of the Soviet counterattacks that may arrive with the winter. So we do gain 25 APs per turn, which is pretty good. The Soviet player, of course, tries to save as many of your units on the front line as possible and hold. So I think we'll take a look at this one. I've never tried this one, so we'll take a look. And I've never actually, as of yet, launched my own assault on Moscow in one of these two, so this will be interesting. Hey, doing that, Jacques? Good to have you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Right, so here we are then, September 30th. Let's take a look at the lay of the land then, shall we? Yeah. It's funny actually to see restricted zone. Let's take a look. It is interesting then that we do have this corner here. Ah, how you doing there, Corona Knight? Good to have you, my friend. Yep, so we do have victory points there, Kalinin Reserve. Ah, some additional ones over here as well then. Vyazma actually counts. Kaluga. Tula. Arel. Yeah. Okay. What values do they have? So let's see then. So Moscow. Okay. I'm going to assume that Moscow is worth 100 or so points there. How much do I need? I wonder. I'm not entirely sure how many victory points I need here to win the scenario. I might be missing it here. I should have actually taken a look at what the sudden death was, but I think we just obviously need to have... yeah, okay. So ends at start of turn 15, so right now we have a Soviet VP advantage 2.7 to our 1 then. Okay. That's good to know. So situation report. The Germans have been victoriously advancing eastward into the Soviet Union for 3 months, but a primary objective for Barbarossa, Moscow, still lies ahead. With the supply line stretched to the breaking point and their forces exhausted, they prepare for an all-out offensive on the Soviet capital. Concentrated under the command of Army Group Center are 3 Panzergruppen and 3 armies, constituting the bulk of the German mechanized forces. Facing the Germans are 3 Soviet fronts forming an offensive line. Bound the way to Moscow, having been involved in heavy fighting, this force is still formidable. It's still a formidable concentration of manpower, armor, and guns. Okay. Let's take a look at what we actually know about the front. Now, do I have detection already? Combat reconnaissance. So we don't have any reconnaissance as such. We do have information from the beginning of the game. So we are made aware of certain units. We do have some information that we can work with here. Right. So I'm trying to judge now where we are strongest and where we're weakest. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's take a look at the order of battle then. So we have the 1st, 4th and 2nd Panzer Group. We have obviously elements here, Army Group Center and North. So we have 2nd Panzer, right, okay, 2nd Army, 4th Army, 9th Army, 16th Army, 16th Army, 81,000 men. Yep. 105,000 under the command of Army Group North in total. And we do have 1.5 million men under the command of OKH here in the theatre. Okay. So you can see that we have 1.42 million men here under Army Group Center then. 2,700 tanks. Okay. The numbers are not too bad. How you doing there, Alex? Good to have you. Not too bad, my friend. Not too bad. Yeah. So the numbers here are actually fairly good, really. 1.6 million for us, 1.532 active. So we do have a healthy advantage against the Soviets at this time in September, which is pretty handy there. Let's have a look at the road network. So we do have 16th Army over here then, so 16th Army men. About 80,000 men. That's not too bad. Let's take a look at them with the fortifications. We do have level 1 here. Yeah, this is the Operation Typhoon. I decided to give it a go, actually, because I've never tried it, actually. It does look like the Soviets do have a defensive line here, so I'm going to wager that there are further defensive lines here. It depends really on what approach to Moscow we wish to take here. Now, we do have the 2nd Panzer Group here. We have 4th Panzer Group there, and then 1st Panzer Group down here for South then. Let me go ahead and get these command lines up. Is it Shift Z? Let me go ahead and find that. Yeah, Shift Z, there we are. Okay. Now, we do see 21st Mountain Cavalry down here. So some weaker units down this way. We do see the 1st Guards Motorized Rifle. But we don't have a lot of information here to work with. Kursk is not actually an objective. Though Kursk does have the railway out, which is quite useful there. Yeah, one in space, that'd be cool. That would be cool, actually. Okay. Radyansk. Yeah, so take a look at this objectively then. I'm looking for where would be great to be able to push through. We do have quite a decent amount of clear terrain here, but we do have these swamps over here that make this area formidable on the defense. We do have the forest, the heavy forest over here in the north. We do have the at least a road to work with here. No roads over this way. That road, though, is pretty useful, but over here there's not much. We do have the clear terrain in this area. I mean, we do have a 1st Panzer Group down this way, so we'd have to make some use of them, really. But you can see that we do have Kursk. We could potentially pivot around from Kursk to Orel. At least we do have a victory location there at Orel. Trying to potentially reach Tula from the south could be something manageable. We need to try to encircle as much of the Soviets as we can. So I think what we'll have to do then is ignore the actual victory locations and just focus on destroying the enemy in the field here, really. Now, we do have clear terrain here. That one we can work with. Sadly, we are still going to have to work with the it's under control. River there, okay. So we do have the 19th Panzer Division here. That one is not yet active. Oh no, it is active. Sorry, we're just in the air phase here. I spoke too soon there. Okay. So we have Army Group North then. Now we do gain a decent amount of points per turn, so I could potentially change to the headquarters. Yeah, Paulus, yeah. He's down south, I guess. We do have some additional forces over here then. Right, let's take a look at what we have in terms of air power then. And their general state to be in, really. Right. So some airfields are overloaded. Not too many, thankfully. In terms of actual overall strength then, so 2nd Fleet Corps there has 90 fighters, 100 bombers. The weather right now. So we have clear weather here. I like how it highlights this. So we do have clear weather in the sky, which is actually really quite good. Ground conditions are clear right now. Next week we can't guarantee that. So next week we are going to be experiencing rain then. So we do have about 1 week, this turn of clear weather here. How you doing there, Bleach? Ah, you didn't miss me, that's good. I've been missing you too. Not too bad. I'm babysitting my little brother over the weekend, so we've been playing lots of games together. Okay. So Luftflotte 2 then in its entirety then, we have 143 fighters right now, 197 bombers and 214 tactical aircraft. I do wonder if we have anything in the reserve here. No, that's a jackal. Okay. How does armor work? Is there like penetration? Well, essentially if I go over here then, it's a good question actually. If I go ahead and take a look. Let's take a Panzer IV-F over here. So, you have armor values on the actual armor tunes themselves. You can see that the actual weapons themselves do also have armor, well, so anti-armor penetration values. So, versus armor, versus effectiveness, versus manpower, versus effectiveness. You have range, you have accuracy, you have rate of fire, and you have ammunition. I do need to learn more about the actual system and how it works. But it's a pretty interesting system. There's a lot of actual mathematics that goes on behind and under the hood there, really. But yeah, you can see that we have like Panzer 1s, which are cute. Panzer 35Ts. Yeah, these guys are cool. I think these were nicknamed Bisons, weren't they? Yeah. Panzer 2Fs. I quite like the Panzer 2s, I think they're pretty cool. I'm on version 1.07. I haven't actually checked if there's a newer version, so there could be. And I might have missed it. But this one is 1.107. I think it's the newest one. I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, there's a lot of detail. There's quite a lot of detail. Yeah, Axis and Ours is a fun board game. I've heard about that, actually. I've heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit there. Right, so, do I have... Right, so I don't have supply information regarding the depots as of yet. We do have... Right. Okay. We do have an FBD here then, so we do have a choice of converting rail lines or going for the super depots, which is pretty good. Now, speaking of that, like, what do we actually have in terms of rail repair units? I always forget what the bloody hotkey is. Let me see. Right, so we have an FBD over here then, we have an FBD here. What I'm tempted to go ahead and do then, if I go to the FBD, now notice that we do have the RADs over here. The RADs are an interesting unit. Now, the FBD, when they do have the RADs, which are essentially like labour units, they're like rail units, essentially, rail labour, whatever you want to call them, engineers, that sort of thing. Now, I can have them stay with the... I didn't mean to actually do that, but it's okay, I might just have to like, I can work with that. Actually, no, that works out fine. I didn't mean to do that right now, but there you go, we can repair the rail there. But, I'm going to have to restart that, I didn't actually... no, it's fine, actually, because they can still move, that's okay. I'll have to take a look at that. But yes, essentially... I'm going to make a choice, really, and the choice is going to be where these RIDs go. I think I'm going to go ahead and have them assigned to certain cores, and then at least they can actually progress the rail lines up behind them. Even one RAD could make a big difference in the end. Like, especially around areas... yeah, we have another RAD here, so another FBD. Okay. We do have the double rail here. Okay. Our depot. Yeah, you can see that we have a depot down here at Gamel. But that is some distance from the front line here. As far as it goes... Yeah, we have a size 2 rails here. 2 there, okay. 3 over here at Velikiluki. So, we could ideally do a rails being pushed up over here to support anything in this northern area. So I think what I'd likely go ahead and do then is give a RAD potentially to the 23rd. The thing is they're going to convert 1 rail per turn, but the FPDs can convert multiple rail hexes per turn, so you do have to make that trade-off. But I think what I'd probably like to do then is I think the first turn I'll probably have the FPD convert these rails up to a certain point and then have it head back into Smolensk, but then take the RADs from the FPD free and have them given to a core of this area, so then they can keep on advancing and they will convert those rails. Or even at least one. One would probably be enough, really. About 1 there, maybe 1 there, so they can keep the rails moving. But I do need that super depot. And that concentration of resources. So how to get reinforcements? We are allotted a certain amount of reinforcements that arrive historically. Now, this is just a scenario. In the wider campaign, you do have control over the different theatres. And you can move infantry and you can move things around. So we can see that on turn 6 we are going to receive the LVF French Infantry Regiment here. On turn 8 we do lose the 1st Cavalry Division. Turn 10 we have a Luftwaffe, Moscow Luftwaffe Regiment. And then there we go. Turn 11, 1st RFSS, a bit of flak. You don't really gain too much here. We do have some fighter bombers that'll be arriving. Oh no, they've arrived here today actually. But you can see in the next couple turns we are going to have a bunch of units removed here. AOG, so these are commands. Okay. So it comes down then to a number of different things. We'll deal with the air component first and foremost then. We don't have any additional assets as far as I'm aware that I can assign to these airfields. Let me go ahead and take a look at this. Well, the Smolensk airfield obviously is pretty chock-a-block right now. We do have some size 2 airfields over here actually. Yeah, a lot of these assets are going to be shifted out shortly enough. Let me go ahead and take a look at the airfield over here at Subovo. Do I have anything else I can actually assign here? So we'll go to the airbase. Yeah, so there's nothing in reserve here. There's no AOGs either. So we have about as much as we're going to get then. Let me take a look then. So city flak. So Vyazma has flak. There's not a lot of city flak. Obviously there's going to be more around this area. Now all flak. Right, you can see that the flak is going to be concentrated around the armies and the corps. Other units on the line do actually have some flak, like with this flak over here, flak there. Yeah. It does depend. So if we take a look at what you have here then. Now luckily they do have combat preparation. They do have some fatigue unfortunately, but these units do seem to be about up to strength. Okay. Right. Let's take a look at the command points. Let me get rid of high command here. Get rid of those and those. And the theatre box. Oh, sorry. Map, of course. Right. Do we have anybody? Right, so Army Group Center then is under strain here. We also do have some 132nd Heavy Werfer battalions. Okay. Now, we do have Army Group North on the map here, which is very handy. So we do have von Lieb over here. Mechanized 4, 7 infantry. Wow. Oh, God. Political 2. He's cheap to replace, thankfully. 4 morale. He's not particularly spectacular as a commander. But at that level, it doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, this is it, Bleach. I can ask, but yeah. I haven't received one as of yet, unfortunately. But I can ask. I'll try asking. So, vehicles in the pool, then. We have 30k, which is actually pretty healthy, I guess. Well, we don't have a lot to play with. I mean, this is what you have. You have 10k repair. You've got, yeah. So we do need to try and improve the depot situation pretty quickly. Okay. Now then. Where is the freight then? We have a lot of freights over here at Smolensk, okay. Yeah, we have the Young 52s over there. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay. So we need to concentrate our air power then. That's gonna be the whole name of the game here. Right. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and do, though... Actually, how are they doing? Are they overloaded or anything of that nature? I mean, that's a thought too, but... so we have the Flieger Corps here. The Flieger Corps 2 is okay. Second Flieger Corps... I think that was Flieger Corps 4 I meant there. They're a little overburdened, actually. So we've got... Oh, sorry, the 8th Flieger Corps there is okay, okay. Yeah, but the second Flieger Corps there, we could do actually transferring some elements then up to the 8th Flieger Corps. Okay. What do we have here then? Then under the 8th. They're directly under Luftflotte 2. I might be able to do it that way, actually. Luftflotte 2. Right, we have a bit of a mixed bag here. Yeah, second Flieger Corps. Second, okay. They're under direct. Right. Yeah, we don't have a huge amount of aircraft, really, do we? Okay. Right. What do we have here then? A couple of BF-109s. Some Heinkels out here. Right. They're under Luftflotte 2 already. I was going to do that, actually. There's really not a lot here. Yeah, there's really not a lot. Jeez, okay. Right, we'll just have you assigned to the 8th Flieger Corps. Right, we're okay now then. Let me double check that one. Yeah, we're okay there. Right. So, what I'm also going to do then is make a few administrative changes. So we do have the 9th Army here. Is that the entirety of the 9th Army? Oh no, the other elements of the 9th Army here then. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm going to have the 9th Army assigned... the only issue is it depends, really. Army Group Center, we do have Fyodor von Bock. He does have that great morale, though. That's a big... yeah. Not particularly great on mechanized, or... the infantry's okay. Okay. But we do need to balance out the issue of the command points, because that is going to cause us penalties otherwise. Let me go ahead and double check. Right, sword there. Yeah, second core's overloaded, and we have Army Group sent over by 40 points there. So, what I can go ahead and do then is switch over the 9th Army, or even take something of that nature. Well, let's take a look then. So I have 16th Army here. 16th Army can actually handle quite easily another corps. So I'm going to have the 23rd Corps assigned to the 16th Army here. Okay. Now, 139, so we're still overloaded there. What I could go ahead and do then is... so we have 3rd Panzer Group there. Right. So there's 16th Army. So they're just about within range there of the 16th Army, so I can't do much more than that. I could take an entire army, perhaps. Now, I do have the 3rd Panzer Group. Yeah. The only issue is it causes a bit of a problem here regarding multiple armies. Obviously from different commands working together. Ideally you want them to be under the same command because then they suffer no penalties. Or as close to as possible. But I'm not happy about the amount of points there. I need to reduce that yet further. Right, so we can have a maximum of 6 assault headquarters, actually. Now, the Panzer headquarters are all assaults, okay. What do I have here under 4th Army? Okay. Right, okay. I may have the 3rd Panzer Group placed under the command of Army Group North then. Who do we have commanding there? Reinhard. Okay. I'll do that then. Move them under the north. Okay. Now, they're well within range, that's fine. They should still have the same priority. I mean, we have... Well, let's make them priority... Oh, it's hard to say, isn't it? I'm going to have them as priority, let's say 3 overall. I'm going to prioritize Army Group Center as 4. But I'm going to actually specify certain fronts receive more supply than others. This one I'm going to have moved down. We need this rail line to be online really here, so I'd give us something to work with. They need to be transferred south, basically. We need to try and just reduce the amount of men over here, but there's still gains to be made. I mean, taking out this rail line here is useful enough, so we'll see. But second corps, which is actually overloaded somewhat here. Second corps can go down to... Well, second corps can stay... Second can go down to level 2 priority. Infantry can stay at level 3. Yeah, it's been the same playlist for a long time now, actually. Okay, so Panzers can stay at level 4 priority. Frontline headquarters like this can stay on level 3. Well, the ones that are going to be utilized is what I'm trying to say. 4, okay. 3. Well, let's take a look then. I'll take their priority down. They're further away from the rail lines. I don't want to be wasting more supply. They're going to be fighting pretty terrible areas here as well. Now we take a look. Yeah, so you can see that we're just slightly over now. I could probably manage that. Let's see. Now, I do have a 9th army. Who do we have commanded in 9th? Morale 5. Infantry 6. Okay. In the 4th army. Von Cluj. Oh, he's actually... Wow, he's really good, actually. Yeah, he's really good. Okay, wow. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is... Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and allocate 4th army then assault army status. So you can see that increases the amount of points we have here. The reason being he's a very good commander. A very, very good commander. Yes, I like that. So 4th army... 4th army actually... we'll have them at 3. Yeah, we'll have them at 3. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is, let's see. This corps here. I may have the 9th army shifted, we'll see. I'm going to have you assigned to the 4th army. Now, I guess I could have the 9th army over here. We'll see what we want to do here. Who do I have commanding the Panzer Group then? Yeah, 7, 7, 7, 7. That's a lot of 7s there. Now, 9th army isn't particularly the best. Hey, doing that, Van Bishop. Good to have you. What I might go ahead and do then is take the actual support away from the 9th army and have the 9th army reallocated, perhaps. I could have them potentially shifted down here then. So I can actually have... Yeah, I think I'll have them shifted down here. I think I'll have 9th army shifted down this way. Well, at least 9th army headquarters shifted down this way. And then what I can do is actually take the infantry elements that are assigned to the 1st Panzer Group and have them assigned to the actual 9th army command. Allows me to actually then make sure... Because right now, all this infantry is receiving all of that supply priority. So I'm going to do that. So what I'll go ahead and do then... Let's see. They can handle more. Let's have you work under... Now, I don't want to have any overlap here, so I'm going to have them assigned to the 4th Panzer Group. No, that's not right. It should be 3rd Panzer Group. Let me double check. It is 3rd Panzer Group. I know it's 3rd, but I want to make sure. Yeah, 3rd Panzer Group. Okay. If I actually say that, what is the commandability then of Cluj? Infantry 7. Yeah. Over here then. Reinhardt 7 as well then. Okay, so it's about the same. About the same. So I'm going to have them assigned to the 3rd Panzer HQ. Right, they go into the 3rd Panzer. Okay. I'm going to have you assigned to the 8th Corps. Right, go to the 8th. Okay. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do then is have the 9th Army go south then. They can retain all this construction battalions and etc. But I might have them move down, we'll see. But we'll go for that. So that's what I'm going to do regarding the HQs. I'm going to then have a 9th Army shift south then. Or even potentially replace the commanders in this area. We'll take a look actually shortly enough. But now, what we're going to go ahead and do then is take a look at our air power. I need to really concentrate if I'm going to do a damn thing with it. And like right now, we're aware then of airfields in this area. Well, at least of enemy air power in this area. It's interesting, really. The 4th Army needs to punch through in this area. The Panzer Group needs to punch through as well. We do have additional Panzers I'm going to have sent down here to the Panzers anyhow. And we need to make use of the transportation. You can see that we have issues here regarding some of these. So what we're going to do then is have the army move down here. We can have the infantry and just work things out like that, really. Okay. Let me take a look then. Leaders. Right. I mean, administration is where they need, where they have it. But OKL's not exactly great there. We have Guderian in 2nd Panzer. Halder, yeah. I mean, you can see obviously who's a good commander here. Okay. Right. We actually have some interest in, yeah, like there's Rommel there too. There's a lot of leaders right now. Let me go ahead and take a look then, let's see. I want to take a look at the core level. Right, okay. That's interesting then. Who is our worst then? Yeah, I mean, you can see that we have some motorized over here, and they're okay. Morale, though. The lowest we have is a 5. Sorry, no, the lowest we have is a 4. A couple 4s there in morale, which is not exactly great. Initiative, not particularly great. Administration is... okay. Infantry, we have some pretty bad ones down here. Yeah, he's not a good commander. Okay. This is a lot easier to see now. I quite like this. Yeah, continue. We have von Manstein. We have quite a few commanders out here. So I think what I'm going to do then, before we go into the air phase, I'm going to take a look at some leaders to replace units with. And go like that. Yeah, you can see von Manstein there. Really good commander. Right. Six, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8, 6, 8. So we'll take Lofar over here. Place him in there. General Major Lofar Vendulik. However you want to pronounce that. Now I also do need to maintain some AP, so I'm going to keep the ones I have remaining, and then we'll see what we need in terms of depots, and then we'll go forward. Let's take a look then. What I'm going to go ahead and do is take a look at my doctrine. Sorry, so we have directives set up then. Let's take a look at those. Right, so I do have some doctrine. Yeah, I do have some reconnaissance set up already. Okay. Right. what I'm going to do is have that concentrated. Having knowledge over here is all well and good, but I need knowledge in this area. And that'll do down here to a degree, because there's not too much there. But I do want to have good information here. Okay. Like, these other areas don't matter. These are the areas that do matter. There's not much down here that's left over, but that's okay. So I'm going to go for that for reconnaissance. I could even shrink that down, but I'd like to have an idea of what's going on here. And this is where the terrain is, where I'm going to be able to break through, if anything. Though, in fairness, what I could do is... let me take a look. Shift that one there. That covers at least that area. That's covered in more or less where I want anyway. Yeah, cover that there. That covers that. Obviously a bit of an overlap there. So I'll go for that. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do then is, let's see. I'm going to set up and only operate in a certain area. So I think I'm going to go ahead and set up air superiority in this area here. So let's say 3 here. And that's going to be easier said than done. Okay, so we do have ground support. Let me just cancel the ground support for now. Right, air superiority. Now, all of these guys here, I'm going to give them the drop tanks. It does cost you, but I think it's worthwhile for the time being. Right, so I'll bring some BF-102s into, sorry, some of those assets into range. What do I have here? F2s. F2s. Okay, is it just entirely F2s then for BF-109s? Yeah. I do have some fighter bombers here, though. Okay. And that's about it, then, generally. Right. We'll go for a little larger one, I guess. Maybe that. That covers that road on the north. It covers down here, the entire area down here, which is good. I'm not going to have a lot, though, am I? I'm really not. Out of range, yeah, that's a big problem there. The best I'm going to get done is this area here. Where am I staging from? Smolensk. Is there no airfield closer? There's an airfield here. Right, that allows a couple more potentially to join. Okay. Right. So that gives me about 56 fighters over that area. Which isn't exactly spectacular. But that was the main road, so I'm going to go for that. Now, Ground attack. Ground support. Yeah, that's going to be the tough one now. I'm going to have ground support. I mean, this is a ground support's an interesting one, really. I think regarding ground support, then, what remains will be assigned just to... I mean, this is... I can't even have it entirely assigned to one army group or the other, but I'm going to have it assigned to... I mean, this is it. I'm going to have a lot of these elements moved down to the area, aren't I? Right. So I could have ground support, or I could have ground attack. If I was to attack their, interdict them, really, that could be useful. That could be useful. Like, reduce their MP, that could be quite handy. It's not going to matter too much, they're going to be able to move as they like for the most part. It is interesting, though. I guess then I'm just going to have ground support. Luftwaffe 2. I'll give it to Army Group Center then. Can I just do it like that? I think it should be okay. Can I assign both of them? Yeah, that looks like we have them assigned then. That's okay. So obviously they're going to be flying from all these airfields all over the map. That'll do then, yep. So we'll confirm that. Okay, we'll go with that then. Right. Command efficiency. Yeah, you can see apparently we have a slinker down. Well, that's obviously because they're too far away from their headquarters here. Yeah, they're directly assigned to the... Right, okay. Yeah, that core isn't exactly ideal. Got a Panzer group here. Let me assign you to the Panzer group. Now you can see how that has improved their situation over here, then. That's good. They're a little bit far away from their own second Panzer group there. We have the XTRG. They can go to them. So the 24th. Okay. Now... yeah. They should be okay. Generally, they should be okay. They need to be assigned out, but we'll have them moved and then we'll assign them. Let's take a look then, HQs. So we have the HQ sort of command qualities. You can see that these guys over here have a really good command. Like, you can see that they have an excellent command. So we'll have to do that. Like, we do have some stinkers out here. We'll have to get rid of them as we go. This button is one of those I've not seen used all too often, but it does actually give you some good information on hand very quickly. So, pretty good stuff. We'll go with that then. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let me make a save. And then we'll go forward. I'm going to go for about message level 2. Yeah, we'll go with that. We do have a clear skies. I'm pretty happy regarding that. Okay. Yeah, we'll execute those directives. I could look at the reconnaissance, but... right, okay, so we're running reconnaissance there. Let's actually turn that detail up a little bit more. I want to see what the difference is. I never too often look at that. Oh. I guess when it comes to the attacks. So, quite a few operational, quite a bit of flak there, which is not exactly ideal. But we are running a lot of sorties right now. Oh, okay. Fair enough, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more there. looks like we didn't have any engagements. Right. Let's go down to about 3. We'll try 3. We'll see what it looks like. You can have a real... I mean, we can try even 9. Is it 9? Or is it 8? 7? 7, yeah. We'll see what 7 looks like at that level. I've never actually seen it at that sort of level. So we're going to have ground support turned off for now. Now, okay. So I can shift the army here. And we do have FBD2 over here to command. Okay. Where is the Panzer Army? The Panzer Army... yeah, the Panzer Group's over here on the front line. Not especially ideal. Okay. Right, let me go ahead and do this first then. Right. They could do that one. But I might not be able to get back then. So I'm going to go ahead and head back here now. Well, actually, let's go back. With the MP I do have then, we'll head over here to do this rail line. And then we'll go back. No, can do a little bit more then. Too much. Done myself there. Yeah, I did myself. I got a little bit too cocky there. I should have actually done that. That's not too bad. They need to stay an entire turn in there anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do then, so we have the 27th Corps. I'm going to go ahead and assign a RAD to the 27th. So you go over there. So you can now see we do have the RAD Labour Group, so they're going to be used to repair this one. Now, I want to get size 2 rails into here. Now, take a look at that. We do have a lot of size 1 rail. We do have, fortunately, roads in this area. We have size 2 rail out here too, but I need to conquer that, which is a bit of a trying thing, really. Rail down here. Right, size 2. So we have another 2 size 2 rail lines down here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the 53rd Corps then. I'm actually saying that, it depends really, because I want to have the rail lines. But then, like, we only have, like, size 1 rail here. Which is not exactly, amazing. Where do we have the rail? Like, we have rail over here. Okay. I guess I could give it to the 8th Corps. Sorry, 7th Corps. Is size 2? Yes, they are. Pollution? Yes, they are. The single track only has about 40% of that capacity. So I'm going to give it to the 7th Corps. There we are, 7th Corps. So that can go on that rail line. That's going to bring that rail line in there. So that's going to help support the actual panzers there. Right, now over here, then I do have FBD. Yeah, see, this one doesn't actually have any RAD. So you can see those RADs are pretty valuable resource, yeah. In fact, this one's lacking quite a bit there. So, I have quite a big choice. Quite a big choice here. I could leave it in Gamel, it's going to act as a super depot, but I think with how things are right now, I need to get that rail to that front line ASAP. You can see that they are within, but these guys over here are not. What do I have in terms of, like, rail yards? No, come on. There we go. Zoom wasn't working there for some reason. Yep, so we have rail yard over here at Smolensk. We have a size 2 rail yard. This one's actually damaged, so I do need that fixed up ASAP. We have rail over here at Roslavu. Size 1. There's no rail yards along here. There's a rail yard at Chernigov, but that's not going to do me any good. Okay. Now, the enemy side... Yeah, you can see that we do have the rail yard over here at Kursk. Anything above size 1... Well, having any rail yard helps to increase capacity that can be handled. Like, if I take a look... like over here at Kursk... Sorry, over here at Smolensk. You can see that we are able to handle 60,000 Yeah, 60,000. I think each rail yard is about 20,000 or something like that. I forget what it is, but you can handle up to a maximum of 60,000. But we do have headquarters that can affect that too. But these are like the army. Army can affect it. Overall command can't. So something to bear in mind. Yeah. I need to support this push down here, otherwise it's going to get nowhere. In some ways, it might have been better to have our FPD head south, but we'll see. We need to get this supported out here. Let's see. Regarding roads and regarding terrain, at least over here, it's mostly... Well, there's a lot of clear terrain, there's not really any swamp. There's quite some distance to go down here. Like, I really need to get these panzers shifted up here ASAP. But I might head down this way, because I'm not going to get down here very quickly. They have at least rail over this way. I kind of wish I had more RADs, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a tough one here, really, whichever way I want to cut it. Yeah, there's no easy way this is going to go. But the bulk of the forces are down here for south, but I think I'd prefer to have it here, because I could have it link up to Bryansk, which is going to at least allow us to link up this area. There's a lot of nothing down here. Yeah, it's going to head up this way. It's not ideal, but that's the way it's got to go. I mean, I don't know. I could have it remain in place, and next turn that would be a super depot. But I miss out on extending that rail line, man. It is a tough choice. We're going to have to go. Let me just close that. Right. I'm going to have them head back to Gamel, which is what I wanted to do over in the north. Now, they started and they ended their turn here, so hopefully we should be able to have the benefit of the super depot there. I'm hoping at least that will come about. But we do have the rail line up to here. So what I'll do in the future is extend it a little bit further and try and push forward to where we can. I need a rail yard to take advantage of. Like over here, I could have it moved over here to Bryansk, and that would be worthwhile. That would be pretty good. It would really be nice. Okay. Right. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm going to have you head over here to Gamel with 9th Army. These corps here can be placed under the 9th Army. Like so. 9th Army. Okay. Now, under these commands then, I mean, I don't like the fact that we have the Panthers on the front line here, but it is an anathema to me. I really do not like that. So we have them. They're well within range of their command HQ. Also, we'll shoot for now as we go. Now, I don't have any victory locations myself that I need to hold on to, so that's not too bad. Right, army group. Do have security out here too. Right. I'm going to lower the entire priority of the 16th anyway. They're okay. I do have a Panzer there, which may come in handy, but we'll see about that. So let's take a look then. So in the air then. So I do have superiority in that area then. I don't think they've actually flown. Let's take a look at what we actually have in here. Active pools. Yes. Right, okay. It's gonna have to be produced then. But we have enough fuel and we have enough supply. It's just making sure it's actually where you need it. Okay. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is, let's see. So So we have Großdeutschland in this area. Oh no, that's... Oh, so Großdeutschland is still a motorized regiment. I've seen Großdeutschland as a division, as a Panzergrenadier division. I've seen it as all sorts of different things now. Okay. 16. They can actually have some good effect down here. These fellas not so much. Not too much. So we have Belgorod over there. The road network here is pretty good. Right. Yeah, and I don't like this here. They're not going to have much movement over there. They're not going to have much movement there. At least here they can do something. Now I'm going to take a look at the terrain as well. So that is light woods. Now they gain a +1 defense benefit in light woods, but they're not gaining any dense benefits. So infantry is fighting, well, just a little bit more to it, but it's not getting anything terrific. The main thing is, like, for example, over here in the heavy woods, that reduces, I think it quarters or halves the, I think it halves in dense, yet it halves the AV of motorized and armored. Double dense quarters that, and it's like, while it halves that of the armored, it doubles that of the infantry, or quadruples that of the infantry. I think double dense quadruples that of the infantry, which is a big deal. So this is where clear terrain really comes in handy. Like, swamp is double dense terrain, or at least dense terrain there. Now then, why are you under the command of that corps all the way out there? Riddle me that one. So this is 35th here. Let's place you under the 35th then. Right. 35th then. Not the... Nah, not bad. Not terribly bad as a commander then. Right, in terms of actual assets we have here, you can see there's a whole lot of construction assets in the 9th Army. I do have the 132nd Heavy Werfers. We do have some flak here too. Right now we have the 635th Howitzer Battalion. Okay. Pioneer. I do have some Werfers in here. Right, okay. Let me take the FBD and have that assigned directly to the 9th Army then. Okay. You can see that these guys, well, these guys over here, then they need to be made high priority because they're going to be an active unit. You can see that we can actually adjust things quite nicely now. Like, I can make these guys quite safely. I'll take the entirety of the 2nd Panzer Group and make it priority 4 then. High priority. The enemy defenses are pretty weak as far as I can tell. What did we gain then in terms of actual reconnaissance information then? Okay, so you can see that even with our assets being focused mainly in this area, you can see that we haven't picked up terribly much. Maybe I should concentrate them yet further. But you can see that we have some decent detection out here, but, well, I say decent detection. There's decent detection in certain areas, but not a lot of detection. Okay. But detection does definitely help. Definitely helps to destroy the enemy. Small amounts down here, but even small amounts do help. So, okay. So I have 716 here. It's really... I need to make a choice here. That light woods then. Right. I don't need to be too concerned about this area. It's a very interesting one here, actually. Where do I want to break through? Where's my drawing tool? Still need to get the proper version. I own it. I'm going to do it after this. I'm going to do it after this and get it done. Okay. So. Let me go ahead and get the blue then. What I'm interested in then is obviously pursuing this road here then. I'd like to go ahead and actually take Curse so I can actually gain the benefit of a railhead there. But that one doesn't matter, that doesn't matter too much. It'd be useful in like restricting the Soviets down in this area. But really, I'm interested in this road more than anything else that goes up that way. I do sadly have the majority of my panzers here, so you can see that we have at least, what, 4 or 5 panzer divisions in this area. I don't know what's in this area. But we do have a lot of clear terrain, but I don't have roads to facilitate that, nor do I have rails to facilitate that movement. At least here I have that size 2 rail, but I'm going to have that rail move up that way. So I need to move it up, I need to move the panzers up this way ASAP really. So it's not the easiest thing to work with. So, now regarding the 9th Infantry, one of the things to bear in mind here is what we're facing on the front line. Now there is a gap over here which is at least something. A gap there which is quite good too. And we have swamp, yeah, okay. These guys over here, if I remove them from the equation, which is easier said than done, but the cavalry should be easy enough to break. This rifle may be easy enough to break, I'm not too sure. We have guards over here, which they're going to be likely tougher. They likely have higher morale. I do have NKVD behind the front line here in the woods as well. What I want to go ahead and do then is if I could try to envelop them, that'd be handy. If I could try and get around here and open this up, but I need to open this up entirely. This is where a big breakthrough would come through. So we have, oh, that's a cool name. Let's take a look then. So we have morale. Their morale's not too bad, but you can see obviously the guards are down there. I need to try and remove them from the situation, if I could. You can see that we do have the 9th Panzer over here. Okay, 7 there. Yeah, I can see that they just don't have the ability to get into the fight easily. So they're a second line core right now. Now down here, at least I can actually have some combat ability. Yeah. Fort level 1 as well. I don't want to have armoured vehicles attacking forts because fort levels do mean more AFV losses due to minefields and things of that nature. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and do then, so we can have 8 here. And I can have 7, okay. 9. 8, 8, or 9, okay. 8, 8, okay. So they work out being about the same. I could have 9 there. Right, okay. What do we have there? 14,847, 15,000 men here. What I need then is I need more. So I would like to be able to attack twice out of this area. I'll get an 8 there. Okay. 6. But then if I go here, I gain 8, I gain 9, I gain 7. Right, I'm going to have the 262nd then deal with this down here. They have less AV, which isn't ideal, but essentially what I'm using them to do here then is just be able to push out one of these divisions. And at least that does alleviate the pressure then on the motorized. Now, as in terms of experience, they're not particularly experienced. We're not seeing any outstanding units. In terms of supplies, they're well supplied, or at least they have adequate supplies. In terms of fuel, obviously you can see fuel's a big issue for us, definitely down here. Ammunition, they're well supplied. Units attached, okay. Combat preparation, so you can see... Well, we don't really have much of an idea about that. Oh no, they just have really poor combat preparation. Ah, that's a mixed bag. I was hoping that we'd have 100 across the board, but we do not. In terms of fatigue, yeah, not exactly ideal. Now, they're at least an assault command, which does help them out. So this is going to be a balanced act, because right now they have so very little combat prep, and they have a lot of fatigue right now. It's a tough one, really. Not an easy one. Yeah, no roads here really do not help. Right. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take the 262nd over here then. So we'll move 262nd now. I'm going to have... I mean, this is it. I might see how this goes first and then decide where the rest go. Like, they shouldn't be under the command now. Just go into the call that's right next to you. There we are. Okay. I think I need to be within 3 hexes to facilitate support. I do have a pioneer there. But then I'm going to likely need pioneers over here. So if I take a look then, we're looking at 5.9, 1.7 there. 5.9, 1.9. If I knock that unit out that way, it frees up at least this motorized regiment. As far as I can tell, there's nothing here, so this one's freed up. If I knock that one out of the way, it's, yeah. They're likely not going to hold. So maybe I go for the stronger one, perhaps. 5.9, 1.9. 5.9, 1.7. Clear terrain. Clear terrain. But I do have a town here as well to deal with. 196 guns. They have a lot of fatigue, as you can see. Mountain. The infantry is likely the greater threat. So I will attack the... I'm going to attack the 160th Rifle Division and hopefully we have success. I'm going to go ahead and give them the Pioneer unit in fact. The reason being that they're going to be fighting as a lone division. So having a... yeah, so it's only 19, but about 19 additional Pioneer squads there. That's some men. It does bring up the combat value to 6. Which increases our odds nicely enough. A little bit. So I do have slightly more reconnaissance there, I have slightly less there. I'm going to go ahead and attack over here with the 262nd against the 160th. Okay. So we do have some level of support vents. We do have 54 fighters flying over there. So this is what the highest level of detail looks like. Actually, it gives you quite a lot of detail there. Let's go down to about 2 then. But you can see that you can have quite a lot of detail. If I go down to 2, come on. Yep, message level 2 there. Right, so they're forced retreat. Let me move that. Okay. So we do lose 7 aircraft, which is not great. He loses all 36 and 18, so the majority there. And... oh, there's Castleman. Right. Okay. Now that we do have a lot of combat delay there. Now, in terms of tanks that we're facing, then, so we do see some T-34s. We also do see KV-1s here. They do have the Katyushas. Yeah, lucky at them. Okay. And I can see that has its also the 262nd there. Which, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is it. Do I have the infantry? I'm going to have the infantry support where they are best able to do so. I could have them support down here, and it does actually... I think 2 divisions to open this up for the Panzers is probably a better idea. I don't know, it's a tough one, really. I do have elements down here, like I do have a 16th, but I do want to have the 16th actually opened up. I do have Grossdeutschland here. But yeah, look at that, they actually... they'd struggle to defeat that. I'm going to pull back from that area. I could give them some aid regarding the 9th. I really want to give them that. And the question comes down to, do I give them 1 or 2 divisions? A 2nd division here. It does free us up somewhat. I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? I'm kind of like concerned, because it's like if I go for that, and as far as I'm aware there's not that much here, but I really do not know. But if I open this up, at least I can get through here. I think a 2nd division here perhaps. 1 division there would be great. Sorry, 2 divisions here would be great, because at least then I could actually force out 2 formations really perhaps. I mean, maybe even these northern formations, and then drive them to the north there. 8 and 8. Now, I do have a cavalry that could do that, perhaps, as well. It does depend, though. $14 there. Okay. What's that? Clear terrain. Right, I'm going to bring the cavalry together. I can see I can have 13 or 14 there. If I move here, I'm 13, and I'm not affected by the other zone of control then. So I'm going to go for that. It means I can actually redeploy if I so wish to do so. Okay, they're in range. So we'll attack the 143rd. And their forced retreat there. But they retreat to the north, which is what I wanted. Okay. Now, I could even move in here to then attack again, perhaps. But the thing is, I do want to still keep the ability to break them up into regiments and have them moved elsewhere. But that does ease me up a little bit here. So what I can do then... Let's see. What I want out of the way then is infantry here. I'm trying to make a lot of magic with absolutely nothing here. I'm going to have to make a choice. I can use them, and maybe I get a 2nd attacker. Maybe. 7. I think 7's enough. I can't remember what numbers need for cavalry. I'm hoping it's enough. It is thankfully still enough, so that's excellent. Now, what can I do for the cavalry here? So they have the Lehrpanzer. I'm going to assign them the 655th Pioneer. Okay, so they have that. Now, let's see. What do I have here, then? XXIV. Infantry Mechanized. So it's a superior commander, but they have a lot of artillery, in fact. They have artillery. Not as much, though. They have some, though. But it's a superior commander. So I'm going to have you assigned to the 24th. Oh, I can't actually, never mind. So that's a mute consideration then. So, hope for the best. Oh, thank God. Oh, wow, that's a really good result there. So that does rad them completely. Okay, excellent. I can also break them into regiments if I so wish. But that does open this up quite nicely. We only have, like, 1 combat delay here. Apparently I've got, like, something in the background there. That's, yeah, that's weird. Right. Okay. That does make me feel better. So I can move there. Nine. Okay. 7.1. Yeah, you can see that. 7.1 to 3. So you can see, obviously, that That light woods does cause a bigger problem. I tell you, you know what I should have really done is actually gone there, and then at least had that attack failed, I could have had them attack alongside the 1st Cavalry Division. But, it is what it is. They should still win that. It's just the odds are a little more against them. I could go over there, that does ensure that we do succeed. When are you like? Oh, have you already been reassigned? You haven't, actually, so I could reassign you first, so we should do so. Now I have here Infantry 7. Your commander here. Infantry 6, okay. I'm going to go have you assigned to the motorized. To the 24th motorized. Now they're under a superior command. So I do have access to some additional units here. I'm going to use the Pioneers. Okay. So that gives me 7.5 to 3. Not perfect odds, I really would prefer more. But it's about as good as I'm probably going to get. That can be dealt with. I mean, even one of these regiments can deal with that, so I'm going to have to commit that. I'd love to do this, but I want to make sure this succeeds. Now, the question is, how do I do this? Even a hasty attack could probably force that cavalry back. We do have a way open here, I just need to secure that. One division could probably take that. If one division pushes that to the north, and then if I have the other division push that aside, or even better yet, route it, that does open that up. It's just the NKVD here, but I do have the clear terrain to move through then. That'd be ideal. So, let me try. I could do 2. 2's going to definitely do it, but it's probably overkill. I think I'm going to go ahead and... well, it's a tough one, though. I'm going to go there. So I'm going to have them launch their... I mean, even a hasty attack could potentially do it, but it's I don't know. I'm going to have them launch their plant attack. I always like plant attacks because they do succeed. Yeah, so that shatters the cavalry there, actually. That's really good. Right, so they're shattered. Yeah, they have... apparently they have a hasty attack in them. That's good to know. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's really good, in fact. So try that now. And it retreats. Okay. Right. It's not too bad. Now, I could actually shift up over here if I so should do so. They could shift there, but they're not going to have anything really in them. Now, if I shift up here, that does reveal information. But if I remain here, in hexes that we control at the start of the turn, we do benefit then from the administrative... yeah, just administration. Essentially the administrative area. Now... what was I going to look at now? I forgot what I was going to look at now. I forgot what it was. Oh, yes. Interdiction. Do we have any partisan activity? Surprisingly, I've not seen any. Yes, we don't have any partisan activity right now, apparently, which is really good to know. So we do gain maximum benefit there. So we'll go for that. Yeah, go for that. Okay. NKVD. Though what I could do is I could... I can't shift there, unfortunately. Cavalry can't either. Yeah, they can go back to their commands. I don't really gain a benefit from that. There's not all that much I can do there. What I'm going to go ahead and do then, let's see. I was going to take the 29th motorized. It does leave me open here, but I don't have any rails to cover anyway, so what does it even matter? Okay. So I can shift them here. Now, that's Lightwoods, which is not too bad. Okay. Lightwood's here, but obviously, Lightwood's there. Clear terrain there. If I shift that there and open that up, and then shift that, I could maybe ignore that, but I would like to get the NKVD out of the way. Take a look. Right. 5.1 to 2.6, 5.1 to 3. They should in theory be able to manage that. Yeah, avoided those gaps. We'll see. I'm going to take the 42nd Pioneer. 5.4. Now, they don't have any level of fortification here, which is really good. I wish I could have something else support this, but I don't really have anything in the area right now. Route taking something else. But it does beg the question, is it not worthwhile supporting? They can shift up to hold the line here. What do I have here? Okay. I get no fortifications here, which is good. I need that out of the way. I'm going to take this unit because it is going to be the one that's going to suffer from zone of control anyway. 5.4. Okay, 5.4. Now, they're only regiments, so it should be okay. Yeah, it's NKVD Border Regiment and NKVD Motorized Regiment, but those guys tend to be pretty tough, actually. That division there will be manageable. Okay, 5.4. Together on a hasty, it's only 5.4. Together it's 10.9. It's about the same either way there, really. Tough call. Right, I'm going to have a go then with the forces here. Hopefully that makes it. I'm going to give him support then. Let's hope that works. That's going to kill it. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, well, it still works. Fantastic news. Okay. I didn't really count on that actually working there, so that's a big bonus. Yeah, that's a big bonus there. And we had very light losses in the skies, yeah. Okay, just 7,000 men, but they got out of dodge. Yeah, the Kremlin NKVD being routed is really good. Okay. And that was also the 55th Cavalry. Was that the 55th? Yeah, that was the 55th down here then. Gotcha. So they can't deliberate attack. Let me go ahead and get this one. Again, have some air power just support to make sure. Right, that routes them, yeah, so they're routed there. Okay. Right. So no, I do have a decent amount of mobility left here now. Okay. So let's take a look now. What I need to do then is figure out how I'm going to get through this area, but I want to go north. If I cut that rail line, that's good. If I go straight north, I could potentially veer this way. What I'd like to do then is, because I have this over here, like, note that we have the river in this position. We don't have it covering us over here. We don't have it impeding us over here, I should say. So this division is the best one to make the attack. Well, in fairness, we're going to have the first make that attack. That's going to break through. What I want to go ahead and set up for then is an encirclement. Trying to encircle these forces. So I want to get in here and try and encircle. So really what I'd be better off doing then is looking at breaking in here. Because if I encircle them, it doesn't really matter about this here. They can move forward, but it means nothing then to me. And I know I have the infantry to push up to cover that anyway. What do we have here? You're assigned directly to 2nd Army. I've got 53rd. Right, so you go into the 53rd command. Like so. I'm going to have you shift up here then. Now if I take a look. Now we are blessed in the fact that we actually have combat prep. Yes, next turn is rain. Next turn's rain. Like right now it's clear weather, but next turn is going to be rain. And likely going to be monsoon thereafter. But we are seeing rain here. In the following turn. It looks to be just rain, not heavy rain, but still. Okay. So the 112th. It could even hasty attack, but I don't like hasty attacks. I don't think they're worth it, really. Sometimes they are. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe a hasty attack could do that. It's just... hasty attacks tend to fail. They can fail. Yeah. I think it's worthwhile to have the attack work and succeed. Yeah, so that forces them back. They do have enough to actually launch another attack over here, which is pretty good. Yeah, it really causes problems. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I want to have enough force I can break through to Bryansk. That's the idea here. Okay. See, the thing is, I want to try and manage the amount of combat preparation I have here. Because each attack halves it. Okay. Take that. I do tend to use them quite actively, really. Probably shouldn't, but I do like them. I just got to get back into the habit of moving them back to where they need to be. Right, so 7.8, that should still succeed. It does, it actually routes them really quite nicely there. Okay, so they're done as a division. Okay. going to have them attack there. Right, 4th Cavalry, but this is a strong division. Yep, that routs them, and it... Yep, there we are. That's good. The reason why I did that, I could actually... Well, I can't deliberate attack there, but I could always move back there and hasty. But the reason why I've done that is because that has freed up... Well, it's definitely freed up one. The 31st Division is a completely freed up division. It has no issues regarding zone of control, which is excellent. 3.5 is not a great odd there. Not really. Okay. Now, even over here, I can still break free anyway. I'm going to push into here then, so 8, 8. 8, I'm in the light woods. Now, I do have Bryansk, which I'd have to attack across the river for. But the reason why I've done this is then, because if I push up this way, I know where I'm dealing with. But so far, so good. It does feel quite nice to play with the harder difficulty. You definitely feel that it's not as easy. Okay. Wow, they have 2% fuel. Is that for real? Wow. That is not a lot of fuel. That's not a lot of fuel. God damn. God damn, that's not a lot of fuel. Right. Shiza. Need to fly some fuel down this way, but there's no airfields in this area for me to take advantage of, is there? There's one here. I'm going to have to use that airfield. So what I'd have to do then is shift up the motorized division over here then. Okay. Let me see. Air transport mode, freight. Staging base. I need one with freight. Sugamel. There's not enough there. Wait, I've got Mogolev. What? Oh, I'm not used to doing these. I'm still getting used to these guys. Right. So, oh. Right, oh, God damn it. I forget this the other way around, so this one first. I mean, I've been streaming the Admiral Dadman one. I'm just doing it on YouTube. If you just look on YouTube, you'll find it. Hopefully I get it turned back soon enough. That'd be pretty cool. Right, okay. So this is the destination now. So now I need to select the staging base. Smogilev, okay. And there we go. That's how that works. Okay. Got it. 20k there. Mogilev. Minsk. Yeah, okay. It's going to be Gomel, really. I think so, anyway. Yeah, just look at the YouTube channel, you'll see it there. I didn't mean to do that. That somehow affected things. Oh, so I've got to select from here, then haven't I? Right, okay. Take Minsk then, I guess. Not like I've got much of a choice then. It's going to make sure it's well escorted. I don't know if they can fly, but we'll try. Okay. Then again, there's Margalev, which is closer by. I'll try and get as much in there as I can then. Hope for the best. Oh, there's no escort. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. That's okay. Well, at least it's working out. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's because obviously those guys weren't in range. But okay. Wow. That's great. So, we only lost one there, but because they landed an airfield and the depot, sorry, the core's right there, that's the most efficient it's going to get. So you can see that we had one loss there. We used an arrow. Where's the arrow? And then another 126 freight, 58. Yeah, so what? 180. About 300-ish. About 360-ish, 370-ish freight then. Managed to get through. I guess that just ends up being in the area somehow, I don't know. But it'll be in that area then. I could have supply the unit directly, but I want it in that area. Oh, hang on a tick. Oh, okay. See, that's like the first time I've done that, but you can see they actually have fuel here now. Okay. I think, yeah, I'm sure we can, because, yeah, okay, cool. Excellent. Right, that seems to work then, that's cool. I can see how quickly we die off here. Okay. Move one there. Then I might just hold that one in reserve then. Or even move that down, then move that down. Either or. Yeah, we'll go for about that. Yeah, that combat delay does not help. So I don't know, I might have the 3rd Panzer Corps just go back into the lines really, perhaps? Yeah. I could have it moved over there actually, and that could free us up down here to south. Give it a shot. Yeah. Okay, wow, that was not worthwhile. That was a bad call. It did eliminate a lot of air tanks, but that was a bad call. I was hoping against hope it worked, but it didn't work, so that was not a good call. Yeah, that's the worst call made so far. Destroyed most of their tanks, but not good call. I was kind of hoping that the, yeah, not good call. I could do it again, but no, it wasn't worth it. Yeah. Not ideal. Shouldn't have done that. Nah. Right. Yeah, not ideal. Let's take a look then. There's no roads here, which is a big problem. If I move there, that displaces our headquarters, and at least then I get to see if there's anything in this area. Right, so I don't get in control of that hex. 17.2. This is where the Flammenwerfer would come in handy. Hmm. 6. 8. I mean, they could attack here across the river, in fact. Now, Bryansk isn't an objective. I mean, I could take that. But I would rather be across the river, I think. Now, these guys are in light woods. Had that been heavy woods, I would have actually had a pretty nice advantage against them, really. But being in light woods, no, it's no go. But if I attack there, it does clear a unit of the line, but then is it worthwhile to take the city? I guess if I take the city, I don't have to attack that. Taking the city gives me something, I don't know. I'm I think I'll go for the city. But I'm not super happy about it either way. See, that's a very tough position though. That routes them. Still 8. Okay. I don't think there's a bonus for attack from multiple directions. Could be wrong. Yes, 167 third. But they have more combat prep. Well, they actually have both good combat prep. That's just a stronger division then. Okay. I do have those Flammenwerfers somewhere. Ah, there we go, the 100th Flampanzer Battalion. So that's a good couple flame units there. So that needs to go to the 53rd. Yeah, 53rd Corps. No guarantee that they're actually going to participate either though, really. But I don't need them down here, not yet. So go to the 53rd. Okay. So we now have them here. If indeed they're actually going to participate, that's the question. Give them to them. Now I could give them the Stoke Battalion as well. Which I guess I will. Okay. That's more than likely overkill, but I don't mind overkill. I don't need air support. Let's hope it takes Bryansk. Maybe I could have done more. I'm hoping that the actual Flampanzers actually participate. We take the city. Flampanzers don't participate. We do rout the unit as well, which is quite good. Okay, I was hoping that they would participate, but they didn't. But we managed to capture 2,400 units of supply, 800 units of fuel. That's pretty good. It's useful. It does secure us the city. I can't right now take advantage of it. I could shift over here with that unit and do so. Which I will. Okay, so we do control this area here then. Obviously I'm a little weak on the line here, but I can sort that out, no problem. Right. So, we're aware then. What I need to do is just make something like that, but I could go deeper. And then link it up over there. Which would be preferable if I could do something like that. Try and look for the most efficient path I can manage, really. Now... maybe I should have the third unit over here, then that would have got that out of the way. Maybe I made a mistake there, but we'll see. I mean, the mistake was using the third Panzer against them. That cost me about 20 FPs I can't really easily replace. No, sir. $17, okay. Right, okay. Whoops. They can head there. Oh god, I keep such in the same bloody unit. Needs to be a bit of a delay for some reason. I could go closer. But do I want to go closer? Not really. Yeah, I lose a lot dropping off from here. I'll try closer. I can't go down that way. Six. I guess it'll be 9. Reconnaissance isn't great. Like, we have it concentrated over here in the north, and even where we had it concentrated, quote-unquote, wasn't that good. Should have really had it focused on fewer hexes, really. Right. 59% fuel. That at 48. That at 50. I do want to retain some mobility. We can make this work. 9. 9 gives me a lot to work with. I can't be guaranteed that this is not occupied. In which case I'd be kind of buggered then. We'll go for this. I know it's safe. Okay. Now, I know I can achieve a pocket here then, so that would envelop these forces on the front. We're going to have to repeat this. This is going to take a couple streams to really do, but I quite like it so far. But it would envelop these units in this area then. Which, yeah, I mean, it envelops the third army there. I could then potentially push on deeper towards the rail, and I probably do want to push on as deep as I can, really. But at least I'd actually have the advantage of the roads then. So... 3. I could... It looks like there might... Well, there's no unit there as far as I'm aware. Okay, that technically encloses it. But it looks like there's a unit there that I can't see, apparently. Now, that's technically closed, but it's not really, because I can't... I'd have to move in here, really. If I moved in there, that would at least close it, but I cannot be guaranteed. So in such a case, it might be better to, in fact, go deeper than to go in. But then I do need to hold this area, so I could actually cure that. Tough question. Yes. This might be the time to have something from like 4th Panzer move up this way. I mean, in fairness, in essence, we've opened up the road here for the 4th Panzer. So I could take elements of the 4th Panzer. Apparently they're not active. Yeah, elements of 4th Panzer are not active right now. So maybe I go for that. I think what I'll go for then is... if only I could get that 1 hex there. There's a lot of zone of control in this area. So it's almost completely sealed. What I could do then is actually have the Panzers... So I'm going to be moving up this rail line here anyway. So I can actually have the 4th Panzer Group head this way. If I can get to the Arel... Is Arel not a victory point? Arel is a victory point. There's no victory points immediately here, so there's nothing much for me to do here. The infantry's going to have to grind through that a degree. Yeah, it's pretty fun so far. I mean, we're going to have the weather change pretty rapidly. So I need to try and develop as much as I can this turn, or at least try and make as much progress as I can this turn. Because we're going to have a lot of issues otherwise. Yeah, I regret the movement of the 3rd Panzer. That hurt. I like this type of campaigns. It's an interesting game. So it's very interesting having the choices. That really is interesting. Oh god, my ass is done. Something like that. The rails are going to be here next turn anyway. Yeah. The reason why I've gone like that is I do have a zone of control there that I can rely upon. I'm trying to get my brother into one of the east. What's your recommendation? Which one he should start with? I mean, it's a good question, really. I'd say just go for 1v2. I know that sounds biased, but the reason is that you have the theatre of 1v1. I mean, if you can get 1v1 on sale, then definitely do go, so it's usually pretty cheap. Oh, it's become quite cheap now. I don't think it's on sale anymore, but it does go on sale quite often. It probably will go on sale again soon enough. But if you can, I'd go with 1v2, the reason being that you have the most mechanics. You have the road system. You have the road system in War in the West. I don't think it's in War in the East. But you have it in War in the West, so War in the West is pretty good. Has a lot of mechanics that War in the East 2 does. But yeah, if you can, I'd go for 1v East 2. The reason being that you just get the best of both worlds. You get the theatre, you get the mechanics. Yeah, it is also being actively developed. So, yeah, you start from a strong position, I guess you could say. Pretty strong position, so I'd go with that one. I'd go with that. But honestly, it comes down to which theatre is interested in more than anything. It's a big consideration. Okay. Now, let's take a look then. Hey, more than welcome. Yeah, so you can see that we have 2 calls of the Ninth Army here. Take a look at so far. That's counting in total. Obviously, we haven't had 250,000, but that's obviously from beforehand. Hey, Demand on Wolf. The game's detailed, but a lot of the actual... I suppose you could say the mathematics is done by the computer anyway. Like, what you're seeing on the surface really is the surface. A lot of it comes down to just how much you enjoy the nuance, really. You can have the AI take control of the entire air war, no problem. It'll do it entirely for you. There's absolutely no reason not to do so when you're starting out, really. Production is more or less taken care of by itself. I mean, you are managing a couple hundred divisions, but well, this is the Eastern Front. Yeah, I mean, look at that. The only AFEs I lost this turn was 3rd Panzer. Otherwise, I wouldn't have lost any AFEs. That sucks. Yeah, 9 Panzer 3Js, Panzer 4F, 8 Panzer 2s. I really should not have lost those. The 3rd Panzer attack was a mistake. I may come to rue that. Oh, yeah, yeah. And this is 1V shot, still definitely learning. Yeah. We had most of the AFVs destroyed in that one battle, but I think that was the issue that we I don't know, I guess that's it. I reckon had that not been... Yeah, but this is it. They had a tank battalion support, didn't they? Yeah, they had the 150th Tank Brigade. I didn't know they had a tank brigade, otherwise I would not attack there. They also had light rockets. We did almost wipe them out, but not good enough. Yeah, yeah, production will take care of itself. Yeah, power, you can do yourself. Or you can let the AI do it. Logistics is good though. I do like logistics. It just is so much better. I need to move towards the rails. We're going to have there, but it's not going to advance that coverage much, so I need to shift these this way. I wish I had some more infantry down here just to cover that. But there's not that much I can do there. I think really what I want to do out this way is we can sweep down to the south and with the remainders of 1st Panzer Group over here to the top, to the north really. I'd be tempted, I mean this has left me with the 18th Panzer and the 4th Panzer. No. 4th Panzer Group can drive on towards a rel. I don't know what's in a rel. Apparently apparently 2 commands right now, but there could be more. I don't know. But if I push into a rel, that does secure me a vital city. It does inhibit the reinforcements to the south too, and it does put me in a position to where I could get to Kursk perhaps. Let's see. The only thing in my way out here is the NKVD here, which could be dealt with. This is where I should have had the 3rd Panzer go ahead and attack the NKVD. That's what I should have done. Yeah, I should have done that. So that would have actually opened this up. I'm going to have to do it with the 18th, which is not exactly ideal. I think I'll do it with the 4th Panzer because it's not going to cost me as much then, because this is moving from a zone where it's no zone of control. So 24 there. Let me give that a go, and that'll be the last action of the stream. Yeah, they can just breathe on it or fall apart. Yeah. A waste of time, though. I should have been doing that with the 3rd Panzer. Okay. So I would have had more zone of control there. I'm not too sure if there's anything more in this area. Yeah, you can see that we have all that zone of control now. Right. Now, what I could do, if I wanted to, is go south, but alas, we are out of time, so thank you for watching there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've had a great time, and I do hope to see you again in the future. You can find me on YouTube at XTRG. Much appreciated. Hope to see you again in the near future. I'm going to post a link here to the channel. Do go ahead and follow me there, subscribe, like, much appreciated. And then we'll be all Gucci. Until next time, thank you for watching. I am Simon the Sly,